Hi YouTube, how are you doing? And welcome to my complete guide on Ghost Hunters Corp. The game came out today, so I wanted to give you all a head start on how to play this game. It's a very challenging game. If you don't know what you're doing, you stand to die over and over and over again. So I wanted to give you my tips that I have learned over the past 1.5 weeks of playing this game in early pre-alpha access. So there were a little bit more bugs, but we did learn a lot. I did learn a lot of things that will keep you safe. Hopefully, in this video, I want to teach you 3 things. I want to cover 3 things. All the items, what do they do, how to use them. I want to tell you how you can identify each of the 5 ghost types at the moment at release, and I want you to learn how to keep yourself safe. Especially the last one is extremely important, and if nothing else, I want you to learn how to keep yourself safe because it was something I struggled with a lot. It seemed extremely unfair, but there's actually quite a few strategies you can employ to keep yourself safe. In any case, I hope you join me on this journey. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you just like it, dislike it. But let's not waste any more time, and let's find a quest and let's hop in. I think I'm gonna load up a lost house on the not the highest, but the medium difficulty, which will give me some freedom to explain this stuff to you. So let me get that ready for you. All right, so we got it here. It's Paranormal Investigator, which is not the highest, but this one is still a very aggressive ghost that gives you 3 to 5 pieces of evidence, which 5 is the max, so that way I can show you most of the equipment, and it is the smallest map, which is the easiest to explain for this. I hope I don't have a too aggressive ghost on this one, because it's going to make me play in a very defensive way, which is, I kind of want to explain all of the strategies. But yeah, let's hop in, and I'll explain the items and stuff. All right, so here we are. Basically how this game works is there's a ghost in this house, obviously, and it is your task to identify what ghost this is, what evidence is associated with the ghost, and that will give you a print. So you fill it in here, what evidence is associated with the ghost, what ghost type is it, and then if you print that, let's say we just fill in some random stuff, which is going to be a long list because there's a lot of evidence, it will give you what you have to do to get this ghost to be gone. So if you get something wrong, then you will be doing the wrong things and you won't exorcise the ghost. So you got to find the right evidence so you can exorcise the ghost correctly. And to that end, the game gives you equipment. Well, this is on the easy and the normal, or normal and hard difficulty, however you want to call them, because it's already a really hard game. You get starting equipment. And basically, these are the evidence tools. There's 5 evidence tools for all of the 5 pieces of evidence. And then you have a cam, which can allow you to see the ghost, take photos of the ghost as well, which give you money. You can take photos of a bunch of different things. I won't be going over all of the different things you can take photos of. Basically, anything of significance. Let's say the ghost writes in your book. You can take a photo of that. If the ghost writes on the wall, you can take a photo of that. The ghost itself, you can take photos of. Stuff like that. If it's special, you can generally take a photo of. Then, the most important thing, I want to start with this one. I'm going to cover the items first, but if nothing else, I want you to take this away from this guide. This might look like a weapon that will keep you safe, however, it is not going to do that. This, and there's another weapon you can buy later on, which is called the assault shotgun. These weapons will not keep you safe. If you have them in the truck and you shoot the ghost when it follows you to the truck, because spoilers, the ghost can follow you to the truck in this one, then it will force the ghost to respawn in the house, which is nice. However, if you run around the house with this one, it will not protect you. You can zap the ghost, and it will go up in smoke, and then it will immediately respawn and will just keep attacking you until the hunt timer is over. In this game, you cannot really stop hunts, even if you use correct exorcism equipment, which I will show you later. You cannot really stop the hunts. You gotta just outlast them. So if you have a super aggressive ghost, you will be very oppressed and you will just constantly be attacked. You gotta use doors for that, and especially you have to use these 2. These will be your main defense equipment. You have the crucifix and the Mary statue. If nothing else, I want you to take away that these are your biggest friends in this game. The Mary statue, you have to drop it on the floor, and it will create basically like a large circle around you, or around the object, where the ghost cannot come. 2 types of ghosts are afraid of the Mary statue, which are the Revenant and the Child Ghost. I will explain once we're in the house, when we see the ghost, how you identify the ghost types. And then the other 3 ghosts, which are Shadow, Poltergeist, and Demon, are afraid of the Crucifix. The Crucifix you can actually hold in your hand, and it will repel it. It will create a circle around you where the ghost cannot come. Now, it seems as of early access, it's a little bit bugged sometimes. Sometimes the ghost kind of ignore the crucifixes, but that's not intended. It is supposed to create a barrier around you. However, they will run out of charges if I just stand here staring down the ghost, my crucifix will eventually break down. It will become gray. That's how you can see that. And then the ghost, of course, is no longer affected by it. So you want to keep refreshing your crucifix. What I tend to do is come in here, drop my crucifix, and then just spawn in a new one and take that one into the house. But yeah, keep in mind that if you do spawn in equipment, you have to pay for that. That is gonna be expensive, so you want to try and use the basic equipment as much as possible. But yeah, so that is the just quick rundown, just a little tip for you there. That's something that was very important for me to stop using these as my defense and these instead. That was just something that my gamer brain did not get around for a while, and now that I know it, it is the thing that is keeping me safe in this game. But yeah, we're gonna start by just dropping in our equipment at the front door. That being said, so let's just quickly... Ooh, the light's already on here. I'm just gonna drop my equipment at the front door. This house, the ghost tends to just come to you at the front door, so you can kind of just drop your items at the front door and feel very safe that way. This is a cam you can place, and you can check it out here. There's not really any reason you want to see the ghost from the truck. I guess if you have like if you have teammates, you can have some information from this, but I have never really used that solo. So yeah, this guy is mostly gonna be trying to keep you safe when you're playing solo, because yeah, this game only has, I think I heard EMF. The game only has Steam co-op or local LAN co-op, which if you don't have like friends that play with you on Steam, you might have to tackle this game solo for a little bit. So I want to keep you safe even when you're playing solo. So yeah, I'm gonna bring in these last piece of equipment. This is one of the exorcism tools, but a lot of ghosts tends to have this, so that's why I tend to bring it in early. Just drop everything at the door, and as last thing, because you don't want to drop these in early, because then they already get used by the ghost. As the last thing, I will bring in these guys. And this is also useful to get the ghost away from your crucifix or Mary statue to stop eating it as much. So that's why I also tend to drop. This is my usual setup. I bring in all these tools, and then I bring in the crucifix and the Mary statue at the end. And now it is time to... Your main first thing you want to do is, what ghost am I dealing with? Is it a shadow, demon? Oh, there it is. Okay, this is... this model, so now I took a photo, get money from that. This model is going to be either a poltergeist or demon. It is not a child or revenant, so we already know that the Mary statue is going to be completely pointless. So I guess this one is the one you get for free, so it doesn't really matter. But this game is going to be all around crucifixes. That's what my first thought. Okay, what defense am I going to use? Do I use a crucifix or do I use a Mary statue? Crucifix is generally nicer to use, so I'm glad it is a crucifix for this one. And now it is time. So how this game works with your equipment is very... Oh, shit. You can close doors like this, and then the ghost can start banging it down, but I don't think it was actually really actively hunting me. The way this game works with your equipment is that they're very quick. As soon as you know where the ghost is, like, is the ghost still here? It's no longer here. It may have moved. You basically have to locate... Oh, shit. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Okay. This is why crucifixes are powerful. This guy might be a demon. Yikes. Wait, I already did 3 objectives. Okay, well, this is going a little bit more active than I thought. I'm gonna quickly spawn in my neutrino gun here. This is really useful to have near the truck, because you can just blast the ghost away from the truck. It just despawned as I was going, because the ghost can actually ram down your door of the truck, and then it can kill you in the truck. People have said you can hide in the bathroom, but yeah, it is generally just advised to keep a weapon in here. The weapon in here, this is a super expensive gun you can get at level 20, so you won't have it for a while. You can get the assault shotgun, or just have a crucifix and a Mary statue ready here. That's all just a good plan. But yeah, that was very aggressive from that ghost. I think it's a demon because of that, just starting off haunting me immediately. But yeah, as I was saying, very important. Once you know where the ghost is, which, oh, did I bring my photo cam? I think I brought my photo cam back into the house. You can get the evidence in like a couple seconds. It's crazy how quick you can get the evidence in this game. You just kind of go to the ghost, and then you use all the equipment on it, and it just instantly gives you all the evidence. So it's going upstairs, as you can see. It's walking upstairs. Kind of spooky. I really like this game. It's very spooky. Okay, so it seemed that it was giving me EMF. So I'm gonna quickly kind of step over here. Hey, ghost. Well, for this guide purpose, I'm gonna give you the safest strategy, which is simply staying at the front door for a little bit. I want this ghost to come to me. Spirit, can you come to me? That's something you can say, and it generally can cause the ghost. Oh, here we go. See? So, oh, where is it? Oh, okay, there it is. It's standing right there, so now I can go to the ghost. EMF 5, I can go freezing temps or something. Okay, there's no temps. If it doesn't give you temps when you're on top of the ghost, you know immediately. The signal is working immediately. Spirit box, can you hear me? Spirit, can you hear me? Okay, also, very good, very good. Thank you, Spirit, for being so nice. So that laugh you heard gives me 2 pieces of information. The first thing it tells me is that it's a demon. Now, why is that so? Because the demon can laugh at your impending death, and his laughter is the best way to confirm it. Oh, just closed the door in my face. It's a little bit rude. Oh, the crucifix got used. Very scary. I'm gonna leave for a second here and explain you a few things that we just learned. So, okay. The evidence items in this game work pretty much immediately. When I ask a question... Oh my god. I'm just trying to talk to my... Oh, that worked because it's one of the... So the colorful smoke you just saw actually means I correctly did an exorcism step. If it's just white smoke, that means it just got respawned in the house, or it just got moved away from you. And it's not actually a correct exorcism step. But yeah, let's go over the... I'm gonna start with the items because we just learned a lot about that. So basically, if the ghost is close to you, if you know you're standing on the ghost, and you don't get EMF, you don't get a scan going, you don't get temperatures, you can't ask a spirit box question. The writing book is a little bit iffy. It's definitely the hardest item, the hardest evidence to get. But all of the other ones, if you don't get that pretty much immediately, you know that the ghost does not have that, and you can just write it off. Like, I was on top of the ghost, and I didn't get any temperatures, so in this game, I'm not going to have temps. That's just not going to be a thing. The thing that we did get was EMF. There's 2 types of EMF. There's EMF 5 and there's EMF 3 to 4, or just nothing. Again, anything can be nothing. But in this case, we walked on top of the ghost and I got EMF 5, which means that I have that. There's also a scan going, but the scan can take a while, so that is not done yet. I don't know about writing, but I do know about this. There's a couple different types of spirit box. You have the spirit box EVP, which is when you ask something on the spirit box, it will come like robotically through the spirit box. It will give you like an answer back. So you ask like, Spirit, can you hear me? And then it will answer you back on the spirit box. Spirit box radio generally just happens at random when you're in the same room with the ghost. It will just start playing literal radio like through the spirit box. It's very, very obvious when it's this. Voices in the house is the last one, which you still have to use the spirit box. You can't just take any voice in the house as voices in the house. You have to use the spirit box, but the sound will very obviously not come from the spirit box itself, like here. Here we had laughing, which is both for demon... Excuse me? Anyway, it's both for... voices in the house, and it's for to identify the demon. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna fill in. Now I still need to finish off the evidence scan, and I need to figure out if it is writing evidence. This one basically, oh wait, the scan basically, it will just give you one of these random numbers once the scan is completed at 100%, or obviously nothing. And then for writing evidence, there is 2 types that it writes in the book, which you just go with the book to the ghost and you ask, Spirit, can you write in the book? That's basically how all of these tools work. You bring them closer to the ghost, and then you either just leave them there, or you ask the ghost. And it will pretty much... The writing book is a little bit harder. You have to just, like, pester it a lot for it to write in your book. And there can also be wall writing or wall drawing, which you have to go around the house with... I hope we have that this round, so I can show that off, because it is definitely the most tricky. The hardest evidence to get is writing, by far. But yeah. So... Now that I have kind of explained, hopefully, well, all of the equipment tools, let us see if the scan is already done. Well, first of all, I almost went in and broke my own rules. So this is how you can identify a broken crucifix, and this is, I mean, if you can't see the difference, then I don't know what to tell you. This one's just gray, and this one is all nice and pretty. So yeah, we're gonna bring in a new one, because this is like your main defense. I need to have a crucifix or a Mary statue, depending on the ghost, in the house. Oh yeah. Well, now that I'm here. So I've kind of explained the evidence equipment. There's still other equipment that I will also explain. But the ghost identification is also very important. Let me quickly go over that in the book right here. We're not gonna do that in the house with the demon that is trying to kill us, because that seems a bit dumb. You have 5 different ghost types. The demon is well, let me go with the simplest ones first. Shadow is the most simple ghost to identify. It is just a dark figure. It looks like a completely dark shadow. If that is the case, it's either a hazy shadow or just a dark figure, then it is instantly a shadow. It is extremely obvious. If you, like, once you encounter it once, you will know immediately after that. It's just completely dark, and that is it. It's just completely black. That's all. That's the shadow. The Revenant is a little bit tougher, but still easily identifiable. It will only crawl. It will only crawl on the floor. I don't think it can, like, break its back. That's like what you saw in this one. It is just a crawling ghost. It will only crawl on the floor. They also feel very fast. Any ghost that crawls feels very fast and hard. So yeah, the Revenant is, I think, in my opinion, is the hardest ghost at the moment. But yeah, so it will be identified by just always crawling. Now, any ghost can crawl, but this one can never stand. So if you ever see a ghost stand, then you immediately know it's not a Revenant. Then Demon. Demon and Poltergeist are indistinguishable except by behavior. Poltergeist, if you throws a lot of objects or gets angry when you move objects, it is something that the Poltergeist will do. And a Demon, you can detect by the laugh, but that only happens if you have Spear Box. So if you have Spear Box, you can hear the laugh, but that doesn't have to happen. So yeah, sometimes it's hard to distinguish these two. These are definitely the 2 ghosts that are hard to distinguish. The easy way to distinguish them is by using their exorcism. By identifying by exorcism, which is also a way to do this. I'm just gonna be extremely, like, complete in this guide. There's gonna be a ton of information. You might want to re-listen at the end, because I'm gonna just be giving you all the things I've learned, which might make it a long guide. It might make it a little bit confusing when you hear it for the first time, but I'd rather be complete than be incomplete and just be simple. So yeah, children are also very easy. Any white ghost model, it's a young girl, it's 2 young girls are the child ghost models as of now. They're very small. They're completely wearing white clothes. If you see those, it's a child. And then we're through all the ghost types. So child ghosts, very important. Again, let me reiterate. Child ghost and Revenant, weak against Mary statues. Demon, Poltergeist, Shadow, weak against crucifixes. Keep this in mind. This is something you have to know. You have to know these things, because it will be the most important thing to keeping yourself safe. But yeah, with that out of the way, let us go back into the house. Well, actually, let me quickly go over the exorcism now, because I have explained you how to get the evidence. I've explained you how to get the ghost types. Now, how do you exorcise the ghost? In this game, I'm going to fill in nothing at the start. Every ghost has... the way this works is every ghost and every evidence type has an exorcism associated with it. The Poltergeist, you will have to use the neutrino gun on the Poltergeist. For the Shadow, you would have to flash it with the instant camera. With the Revenant, you have to... This is the hardest one by far. You have to find a specific object. I will go over the 3 hardest exorcisms in a little more detail. The rest is fairly self-explanatory. But yeah, this one we'll cover later. It's just a little bit hard. It's definitely the hardest one. That's why Revenant is the hardest ghost in my opinion. Demon, you have to recite the Exorcism book. Just read it out loud when you're holding the book. And then children ghosts have nothing. It's the only ghost that has nothing you have to do for a child. Okay, so let's say in this case we know it's a demon, so we know that we're going to have to recite the book. However, we also know EMF 5, which adds another thing to it, neutrino gun. If you have, for example, a Poltergeist, which gives you neutrino gun, and then EMF 5, which also gives you neutrino gun, it's obviously not going to give you 2. So this is only going to be unique types of exorcism. You can't have multiple of the same. So yeah, and if you had EMF 3 to 4, you have to use salt on the ghost, so use I'm just trying to explain things here, Jesus Christmas. Use a salt crystal with the salt shotgun, or by directly throwing it at the ghost, and then it will get, explode. But yeah, that's not what we have this case. We have EMF 5, so yeah, if you had that, just throw the salt or leave the salt on the floor where you know the ghost is gonna walk at you, or you can load it into the salt shotgun. I might as well do that. You can load it. Oops, the controls can be a bit wonky. You load it, and then you just shoot it. Just right-click to shoot. But yeah, I'm not going to do that right now because there's no ghost here. And so that is that. Every single one of these has their own thing. Bring the entity close to a tiger stone. I guess I could explain you quickly the simple exorcisms, which are just, you have touch exorcisms. Let's say the salt, you shoot at it. You just, boom, blast it in the face, or you leave it on the floor and then let the ghost walk over it, or you throw it at the ghost. There's 3 options with that one. This one, if the ghost gets close to it, which you can either drop it on the ghost, or the ghost can walk over it, it will work. You have the holy water, throw it at the feet of the ghost, and then the ghost will go up in smoke. And the incense stick, you have to light it by using right-click and then walk close to the ghost, and it will, after a little bit, go up in smoke as well. Those are the simple exorcisms, and then of course you have the evidence book in here, which actually is a little tricky. I'm gonna explain you a little trick here with this one. This tool, you have to make sure. Oh God, come on, dude. Jesus Christ, this is creepy. I'm trying. Let's use the shotgun, shall we? Let's get out of here. So you saw that? That was white smoke. That was pure. And that right there explains you why this is not a weapon. See how unsafe that was? He came back immediately. That is what I was trying to explain you earlier. You are not safe with these weapons. I only have 2. Now I'm empty. Now I'm out. Imagine I was in the house right there, and this ghost did that to me, came back on top of me immediately. This shotgun would not have protected me. That's why the crucifix is so important to beating this game. But yeah, what I was saying is that you have to open and close this book. You have to close and open this book before you recite. Otherwise, it might not work. If you've left it on the floor open and you pick it up, now it won't work. I have to close and open it again. So yeah, make sure you do the act of opening the book before you start reciting. That is like a tip to make it work. That's something I figured out. Okay, we're going to spawn back into crucifix. You're going to see me do this a lot because I don't want to ever run through a crucifix. You can replace them. Let's say this one is at like 50% usage. I can just get a new one and then bring that one in the house. This one is completely fresh. By the end of the game, when I leave, this crucifix I will get completely back, because if I've never used it, I will get the money back. This one will be used and I'd have to pay for it. However, this one I will get back as if I never used it in the first place. So this is one great way to save money. Same with Mary statues. You want to drop those back here and then just replace them every time you go back to the truck. Keep your crucifix and Mary statue safe. If anything, take that away from this guide. But yeah, so we have covered the as I said, any exorcism will give you something to it, and most of the time it's very self-explanatory. There are a few things that are a little bit harder. The one from the Revenant is harder. You have to find destroy the haunt of a cursed object. What does this mean? I'm quickly gonna show you a cursed object. We're gonna go find one in the house. We already kind of know what this ghost is. Oh, I'm holding this book. I'm gonna leave that here. This is an occult sniffer. You can use this tool, or if it works for you, I've heard a lot of people have issues with this, but for me it works fine. You can bring this item. This item. Oh God, it's attacking me already. Oh no. This item will give you an occult reading of 8, the above number, if there's an occult item nearby. Oh my goodness. Where's this ghost? I don't want you anywhere near me. So we're gonna just walk around here. There's an 8, which means that there's an occult item. Now, I don't really know where. They can also be invisible. So that's why the occult sniffer is generally a good thing to use to find this. I think this might be an invisible item, though. So let's check it out. Oh, there's also orbs here. So the orbs tell you where the dread room or the origin... Oh, God. Close the door in the face of the ghost. So it can bonk the door down when you're holding it in front of the ghost. It will just... Oh. Nice, it stopped. Okay, good stuff. Oh, never mind. So a great way to do... Goodness, what is going on? Okay, a great way to keep yourself safe and to not run through crucifixes too much. I'm also dealing with a demon here, so it's an extremely aggressive ghost. But a great way to do this is to keep the ghost, force the ghost on one side of the door by using your crucifix. Let's say it's over there. I don't know where it is now. Okay, it's on the inside of this door. And then you can just hold it. So you force it, You force it on one side of the door, and then you hold the doors closed to preserve your crucifix. I'm quickly going to replace this crucifix because, oh my god, dude, I want to just explain some things. This ghost is so aggressive. I mean, it is a demon, so I guess. Is it gonna bang down my door? Yes, it is. Let's just shoot it away. Anyway, I'm gonna replace my crucifix because I kind of used that one a little bit. You want to do this all the time. You want to replace your crucifixes all the time. Don't use them up because they're 40 bucks a piece, which is a lot of money. You're not gonna earn much money from quests like this. You've got to be very thrifty. But yeah, let's go check this item. There's probably an invisible item here, which is something I can also explain you. So you can take a photo of the dread room of the orbs. Here, you see this knives? The knives are only visible on my cam, but not in real life, which means that it is a wow. Oh, this sometimes doesn't work. Oh, it might not work here. It doesn't work. I've had this issue. You can take a photo of the cursed item, but it doesn't work if the item is in the ghost room because it will always overwrite it with Haunting Origin. It's just one of those bugs that is in early access right now. You can take a photo of it though, and it gives you a lot of money, so definitely do that, but it doesn't work if it's in the ghost room. It's a little bit annoying. But yeah, so how do I get this item? I can't pick it up right now. So what I'm going to do is if anything is invisible, this can be also, what is the scan? So the scan is done. It's a DX. Let's fill in the stuff that we had. Oh, come on, please. We have DX, E900, and we have as audio proof voice in the house. Now, we still need to figure out the writing, but I also always leave that for last because it's so hard to do. So this is going to be our exorcism. Oh, we actually do need to... Nice. I'm very glad I got to do this one because it's the hardest one by far. That's great. I can show you that one. But yeah, how do I get this item? You bring your flash cam. This is your instant cam, which can flash. It can be used in part of an exorcism, or you can use it to make invisible items visible. So that's what I did right there. You flash it, and then you just take it to the truck, and then you get... This is one of the way to get tons of money. Is it on top of me? Go back, go back, go back, go back. Oh, come on, dude. Shoot it with this. This ghost is very aggressive. Sorry for that. I'm just trying to explain stuff. Hopefully points still get across. This is gonna be a longer guide because of this guy. All right. So I used the flash. I think I have to do flash. No, I don't have to do a flash right now. So I'm gonna just leave this in the truck, and we're going to bring this item over here. So yeah, again, always replace your crucifixes all the time. You don't want to run out. This will give me money. Now, it said in the exorcism, right, that I have to here. Destroy the haunt of a cursed object with the neutrino gun. The latter emits a powerful OCC value measurable with the MEL. So this one gives an 8. That's not powerful enough. You got to find the one item, which there can be a lot of these items around. You got to find the one item that gives you a value between 68 and 69. Well, basically 68. It never gets to 69, which is really unfortunate. But anyway, you got to find the one that is value 68 occult, and that one you got to zap with the neutrino gun. That's how that works. So we're going to just go around the house looking for these items. I generally tend to start with the hardest exorcism first, because it takes the most work. And this is how I go around the house. I go around the house with my item that I want to use, which can be anything. And in this case, it's an occult sniffer because I want to find occult items. I think it's this item over here. Yes. Oh, it's invisible again. That's so unlucky. All right. Well, let's see if we can take that photo then. I need to take in a new... Oh, God. I need to take in a new photo cam because mine ran out of photos. There's only 3 photos on the one you get for free. Oh, yeah. That's an interesting point as well. Items you can buy, they're very expensive, but they are also sometimes upgrades. Like this one has 5 photos to begin with, whereas the one you get for free only has 3 photos. For example, a cool difference is this one. The Exorcism book you can buy. Yeah, this is the default Exorcism book. It can be really hard to read when you're in the dark in the house. I mean, I know this text from the top of my head, so it doesn't matter. But if you start out and you don't know what the text is, you got this one. It has a little light in it, so you can see it even in the dark. I found that a really fun detail. And some of them don't really matter. The instant cam, for example, has 5 photos, whereas the original one you get for free only has 2. All these consumables are the same. The neutrino gun recharges, whereas the one you get in the you get for free only you run out of charges. The gun is useless. So that's that. Your crucifixes and statues are the same. You have a headlamp, which is a stronger flashlight. However, it's basically completely pointless. It's slightly stronger, but you can't put it in your offhand, so you can't use it while you use other equipment, which makes it extremely it makes it kind of pointless. You have this, which is a light you can put just anywhere. It doesn't do anything with the ghost. It just gives you light. It's kind of pointless, so I never really use these. But yeah, you could if you want to see better, but they're very expensive, and if you die, then you lose them. So yeah, that's kind of the general gist of this game. If something is not immediately benefiting you, I just don't use them, because if I die, then I lose tons of money, and I like money, so I look at this. Anyway, the thermo in this, the thermo you can buy is doesn't have an occult rating on it, but you do have to use it for the objective measuring a temperature error. How do you do this? This ghost is probably going to make it happen immediately because it was hunting all the time. You have to point it at the ghost while it is hunting. Okay, the ghost is here. Here, you point it at the ghost. Come on. No. Ooh, that was fucking terrifying. Did I do it? You gotta just shoot it at the ghost over and over again, and then... Oh, I didn't do it. I want to show you this. This ghost is very aggressive. Oh, boy. Okay, let me... Hello? Error. You saw it? Okay, so just get away from me. We saw the error reading, right? The safest way to do that one, by the way, is just to get the ghost to come to the truck like this. I think it breaks. Oh, no. It's just to get the ghost to come to the truck and then aim at its feet. You see that? Oh, shit, it broke down my door. Oh, boy. But that is the safest way to do this. Just let the ghost come to your truck and then shoot at the feet of the ghost from right here. Just beep, beep, and then you get the error reading. I found that a really nice trick to use. But yeah, now I have no longer a door. However, if I run back here, my crucifixes are going to keep me safe. So I don't feel too in danger, but I am taking this quest so slow that I'm getting into a little bit more danger. But it's fine. I know what I'm doing. Anyway. So, what we gotta do is we gotta find the cursed items so we can bring them back and get money from them. And we also need to do it for one of the objectives again. We need the 68 occult item. So first of all, because I couldn't take it before, I'm going to go in here and... Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah, this game can be very scary. Alright, I'm gonna take a photo of this item. It's right here. Oop. That gives me... Oh, are you serious right now? I swear you can do this. Hello, game? Okay, I've done this many times before, but it doesn't work today, I guess. Okay, this ghost is very aggressive. Okay, well, I don't know what is with these items that are not taking a photo, but that is definitely something you can do. It just... There's always gonna be some bugs. It's early access, so yeah, don't don't be too mad at all the bugs, because there's definitely gonna be a ton of them. But yeah, I'm just gonna give up on the invisible item photos. I guess it just doesn't work. I did get the ghost photo, right? Yeah, I did get the ghost photo. All right, we're gonna replace our crucifix again, and I'm just gonna go in there, get this item, because I don't know if this is the item I need. You generally only have one free inventory slot. I like to use my... Oh, interesting. Your thumb changes on your flashlight. Look at that. When I toggle my items, my hand changes. I don't know why. I found that interesting. Anyway, so you want to keep your crucifix or Mary statue on you, and then you also want to keep, and then you have one empty inventory slot. Ooh, hey there. We got wall drawing. I know I'm going from one point to the other, but we got wall drawing right here. So if you have book drawing, you just go to the ghost and you ask, Spirit, can you write in my book over and over again until it eventually writes in your book or just doesn't. In this case, we have wall drawings, which is gonna require us to do something else. But let's bring this one to the truck, because we gotta figure out if... Well, we can see. Is this the one? So this is not the one. It gives an occult reading of 8. Oh, fuck. But that still means we can get tons of money for it, right? So we're gonna just let this guy in the house, or in the truck, and just get more. Because we gotta keep going until we get the one that is the highest. This is the one I definitely want to show you. There's another one that's very difficult, which requires you to... Well, not very difficult, but it requires you to find a pentacle, which is something you can see on the ground. it's just a pentagram on the ground, and it's invisible to the naked eye. You have to use a photo cam, and then you have to flash it with the instant cam. You have to flash it to make it show up, and then you throw holy water at it to get rid of it and to do one of the exorcism steps. So that is also one of the other hardest ones. And then the other one that requires you to go into the house is, I think it's this one. Oh my god, you bitch! Go away! I'm gonna use this. Okay, it's probably gonna come back right away. Yep. That's why weapons are not a way to keep yourself safe. They are just to... Weapons are only here to delay the inevitable. You can't use them, you can't rely on them. And that was a great showcase of why. The ghost came back 3 times. Imagine being deep into the house, the ghost just keeps coming back on top of you. There's just... Use your crucifixes. That's all I'm trying to say. Use your crucifixes or Mary statues. That's all. That's what I want you to know. Okay, but anyway, let us get this item, because I really want it, because it might be the occult item. Let's see if it is. Oh, come the fuck on. Is it? It's not. It's just an 8. So yeah, again, as I said, this is the hardest one by far, because it can require you to do so much exploration of the house that you will just, like, run the risk of getting killed so many times. It's very difficult. This is why the strategy of using crucifixes is so important, because without that, if you try to do this objective, you will just get yourself murdered. So yeah, this is basically my main explanation of how to keep yourself safe, by the way. That was the 3rd point I wanted to get across to you. Use your crucifixes, please. There's still a few items that I'm gonna, or a few things that I'm gonna explain, but first of all, we gotta figure out this one thing, right? Where's the ghost? We gotta figure out the... You can take a photo of the... I don't know if this... No. You can take a photo of the writing on the wall. Oh, come on. I don't know where the ghost is. Is it on this side? I don't know if it is, but I'm gonna close this door. Okay, it is. So you gotta just hold it. It bonks 5 times and then it breaks down the door, and then you go to a different door. So then I go to this door and use this door now. And the reason why I'm using doors rather than just standing there staring it down with my crucifix... Oh god. Oh god. I ruined that. Is because if I'm holding a door like this, it doesn't actually consume my crucifix, which keeps me safe for longer. Okay, it just stopped. I'm gonna have to swap out this crucifix. I really don't want to... I know I'm doing a guide, so I guess I could run out of some items, but I also don't want to die. It's all good. I just want to play optimally, and I wish to show you how to do that, but this ghost just doesn't want to let me. This basically shows you how hard this game can be. It's a very tough game. It definitely is. That's why I'm making this guide in the first place, because I was kind of scared that a lot of more casual gamers would pick up this game and just start yelling at it because it's way too hard. However, if you have all this information, I hope it does really help you to figure out what to do, because there is a lot to it. Let's go get this item. Wait, did I already... No, I didn't bring it. There was an item here, right? Or no, I already... Wait. I'm a little bit confused now, because where did I find this? I already brought that one back, didn't I? And it wasn't the one either? Wait. How many freaking items does this ghost have? Can you leave me, please? For the love of God? Okay, dude. So yeah, just hold your crucifix and you're completely safe. And just shoot it when it gets to the truck. Did I bring that back? I did not bring that back. Oh yeah, I did. Is that the one? I don't think it is. I think there's another one we have to find. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna have to go back again, which is very hard to do. Or, well, you can have a chance of dying. We could also do another exorcism. We have shot it with the neutrino gun. We need to flash it. That was because of the wall right... Oh, wait, was that? That was because of... I don't know which one exactly. But yeah, again, every single evidence has an associated exorcism method. So we need to read the book, we need to throw holy water, and we need to do this one. So let's, I guess, get the book over there and just read that one. You can actually... Okay, I can give you an advanced trick right here. You know what? I'm just gonna quickly give you this advanced trick because it's actually really useful to get exorcisms quickly. If you read the book, if you read the first couple lines, the ghost has a scripted hunt. It does. So, and then once you finish the book, it will go up in smoke, and you can't read it again. It used to be possible to just read it over and over again, but they patched that. However, if I read the first lines, get it to hunt, and then use another exorcism equipment, I can then read the lines again, get it to hunt again, use the exorcism. You can just use exorcism equipment really, really fast by getting the ghost to come to you. You who haunt this place, in the name of the Lord, I command. Where is it? And there you go. So you read the first line, and then boom, I just finished one of the exorcisms without spending the book. Oh, frick, I should have left this at the door. So let me do that. We're gonna now do the holy water. This is a very easy method. Otherwise, you could also just see where the ghost is, throw this at it. I'm just making it go a little bit faster because I don't know. I'm already spending a lot of time with this other objective that's really hard. You gotta be careful. You who haunt this place, in the name of the Lord, I command. You who haunt this place, in the name of the Lord, I command. You who haunt this place, in the name of the Lord, I command. Sometimes it doesn't work. I guess I could just read it completely. It doesn't really matter. You who haunt this place, in the name of the Lord, I command you go back where you came from. I heard footsteps, but then it just stopped. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh. Ah, frick. You gotta be careful. There's a bug in the game where your items, if you have an offhand item, and then you throw holy water, the holy water and the item gets thrown, and then the holy water hits the item, and it immediately drops on top, and it like explodes on the item immediately, so it will explode at your feet. You got to make sure that you're not holding anything in your offhand, because let's say I have salt. I can show you real quick. It's just a bug that probably won't be in the game, but I might as well explain it to you. If I have salt and I throw it, look, my crucifix goes with it. I don't know why that's a thing. It's just really dumb. It just throws the secondary item you have in your inventory. It just throws it with the... I don't know why. But yeah, that's a bug. Anyway, so yeah, be careful with that. We're gonna spawn in a new crucifix. And what have we done right now? We have shot it with the neutrino gun. We have flashed it. We have thrown holy water. We need to recite the book, and then all we gotta do is finish that last one. Wait, do we have to do that, or did I just... Oh, I'm such a dumbass. Okay, sorry for doing this the entire time. There's probably people yelling at me. However, we have a demon here. We don't have a revenant. I wish I had to do this one, but I sadly don't have to do this one. But yeah, I mean, anyways, this is a really good way to get your money. I would definitely recommend just going through the house before you do the last exorcism and get all the cursed items. Let's see if there's any other cursed items, and then we're just gonna go. Yeah, I hoped I had to do that one, but I just filled in the wrong ghost type. I filled in revenant rather than demon. That's my fault. Whoopsies. That's okay, though. Yeah, I don't think there's any other item. I was already confused why there were so many occult items, but that explains it. Sadly, I can show you that one, but you just gotta find the one that has a 68 reading on the occult meter, and then you can do it. So yeah, that is... I mean, this is generally a great way to earn money. I can show you at the end of the game how much money I made. I don't know why the invisible item photos didn't work. That's kind of unfortunate. You can also take a photo of the cursed items themselves, and it will give you cursed object. But so the stars in this game is just the quality of the photo. The ghost, no matter how far you take the ghost photo, will always be 3. Haunting origin will always be 2. But you do get money based on the amount of stars. Like cursed object will only give you a fraction of the money, and then anything more will give you a ton of money. So yeah, that is how that works. I think that's about it. If there's any questions, you can leave them in the comments. There's, of course, items that I haven't really shown, like the danger detector. Kind of the way the game works right now, it really punishes you for bringing in items, because if you die, this thing is like a ton of money. It's like 150 or maybe even more. And if I die, I lose it, and it barely helps me. What this thing tells me is if the ghost is nearby hunting, it will turn red, and that's all. So it's just a little bit of information, but you can already know that because you hear the heartbeats and you hear your heart beating in your chest, and you're like... It's just, there's basically no point to this. It turns yellow when the ghost is nearby, and it turns red when it's hunting. So the nice part about that right there was that I knew the ghost wasn't actually hunting because it was yellow and not red. But yeah, that is the only way to make use of this. It doesn't really do that much. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of this thing. Anything else? I think I've already showed you everything. The writing book, again, is just the same. The one you buy is not better. You just ask the ghost, and that's it. Everything else is kind of, yeah, it's something I've already showed you. So I think I'm going to finish this one. I hope I explained everything well. I hope you now know how to protect yourself. I hope you know how to defend yourself. We were dealing with an extremely aggressive ghost here, and because I had the wrong evidence in my book, I thought I had to get a cursed item, which made me go around the house a lot. So I hope you learned from that as well. How I did that, where I just used doors. I corral the ghost to one side of the door with the crucifix, and then I close the door to preserve my crucifix, let it bang it down. You're never gonna run out of doors. It doesn't really matter. Doors are not important to preserve. It's not your house, just fucking random person's house that gave you the task to get rid of the ghost. So yeah, don't care about the doors. You can actually use the doors to walk up them. You can probably, here, you can walk up the door. You can get on the truck and stuff. A little trick from me to you. If you want to do this to your friends, you can do this. So yeah, anyway, you can use doors to walk on things. But I'm gonna take a photo of the writing on the wall, which was over here, and then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do the final exorcism, and then we win. Oh god, it's right here. Okay, let's read it. Let's read it. So close and open it. You who haunt this place in the name of the... Oh, okay, I can't do that right now. I gotta stop this hunt before I do this. It's gonna get me killed. Okay, I don't know where the ghost is. I can't see it. Okay, I'm gonna swap my crucifix. I really don't want to run out. This was a really good quest. I wish I got that photo of the invisible item. Sadly, that did not work for some reason. Because that photo is actually very valuable. But yeah, oh yeah, one thing I forgot to say. Let's see if any of these has it. Activate an incense stick in the haunting room until it finishes. So again, this room contains many orbs visible by camera. You go find the orbs, and then you light the incense stick in the ghost room, and just drop it on the floor, and then you run away, or you can stay there, and it will eventually create this colored smoke. So that is the other one you have to traverse in the house for. The other one, again, which I have wrong, but it was the one for Revenant. You have to find the cursed object, which has a 68 reading on the MEL, and then you shoot it. Like, just do this, boom, you shoot it, and then you win. That's how that works. And the last one is, I think, if you have like textual writing, you need to neutralize the summoning pentacle with a bottle of holy water. So you have to find it with the photo cam, with the photo cam, this one, and then you see it, then you flash it with this one, boom. I don't have any charges on that left, but you flash it, and then you throw holy water on it. That's the steps for that one. And any other is just extremely self-explanatory. Shoot it with a neutrino gun. Well, if you can't figure that one out, I don't know how to help you. So yeah, those are the only three that are a little bit harder. Everything else is just very easy. But yeah, that's about it for this. I think we're gonna finish this ghost with the exorcism book, and then we win. This was besides that one mistake with the Revenant, I think this was very clear. You who haunt this place in the name of the Lord, I command you go back where you came from. Let your soul return to the earth. Let your body return to the dust. So be the will of God. Very nice. So yeah, that is how you exorcise a ghost. The audience or the ambience will go down. It will disappear like it did right here. The only thing we didn't... All the occult readings will disappear, by the way. So that's another tip. You want to find these occult items before you exorcise the ghost. The only ones you can still find are the invisible ones because they won't become visible after you exorcise the ghost. However, this one, right, was just an item that was standing there, and we found it with the occult reader. However, now it will not give you any more... Well, this thing is just bugged right now. What the fuck? It's just... Why is it bugged? Okay, well, everything is occult right now. This road back here, cursed. Anyway, this is just bugged at the moment. It shouldn't do this, but yeah, you can't read any occult readings on the items anymore, so you gotta do that before you end the quest, or before you exercise the ghost, if you want to collect these, which is very, very lucrative. You'll see it at the end here, how much money I make with that. You don't have to bring anything back to the truck. You can leave all the items here. If you don't die, you will, if you go and you finish the quest, you will just get all your items back, as if you never used them, unless they were used up, like consumables or crucifixes, stuff like that. so you don't have to go haul back all the items. That's just a waste of time. If you die in this game, very important, if you die in this game, I think you can even carry your own body, but your friends or you have to carry your body back to the truck and get your body in the truck. I think you get back 50% of your equipment money, and you get 50% of the experience and the money from the quest. I don't know if you get back 50% of your equipment. I've never played multiplayer yet, because they advise you not to do that in pre-alpha because it was a little bit buggy. But yeah, so you got to carry your body back. That's a multiplayer thing. And besides that, everything in multiplayer can be harder, can be easier. You only have one set of starting equipment, so playing in a team can kind of be a fight for who gets to use the starting equipment. I think that's a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, if you use this strategy, make sure that your friends don't steal your pile of crucifixes and just start using your crucifixes and make you pay for the entire quest. That would be very unfortunate. I hope you have nice friends. But yeah, in any case, I think that's about it. We did all of the objectives, everything. So film spirit next to the cam is a little bit bugged. I don't know how to do it. Generally, taking a ghost photo seems to mark it, but sometimes it just doesn't. The other one is EMF, which you can only get if you have an EMF ghost, and then get an occult reading above 10 is just get the occult reader, which is the MEL device. This one, get it close to the ghost, and it will give you an occult reading. So yeah, that's how you do all of these. And that's about it. So let's hop out, make sure that we have filled everything in, because you get money for filling it in correctly, and not Revenant, filling in Demon correctly. And yeah, let's go. So yeah, I hope this was, I know this was a lot to take in. I explained so much stuff, but I just hope that it that it gave you all the information you need to beat this game and to be good at it. Let's check our money here. So yeah, all that work, that was about 50 minutes of work, and we made 185. Now, I played that very slow. I played it solo, and I didn't play it on the hardest difficulty, but still, look at the price of items in this game. If I brought in this item and I died, this is 750. It's the most expensive item, sure, but this doesn't even cover half of that. It doesn't even cover, covers barely a quarter of this item. So yeah, definitely prices and money you get in this game as of release date are extremely low. So if you don't know the things you got to do to stay alive and you die a lot, then you will not have any money to get any items, and you will lose all your items all the time. And I can see how that is extremely frustrating. So I just wanted to make sure that all this knowledge is out there for everyone, so you don't die as much, or you at least have the knowledge to eventually learn how to not die as much. Hi everyone, Instant from the future here. I forgot to mention one thing, so I quickly wanted to add that to the video. You have to exercise the ghost right. However, you don't have to collect the evidence technically to exercise the ghost. You get money for it, so it's good, and it can help you figure out what exorcism you have to do quicker, but you don't need it. And sometimes that can be extremely useful, because let's say you have a poltergeist, which allows you have to use a neutrino gun, but writing can be extremely hard to get. However, if you know what kind of exorcisms are associated with what kind of writing, there's two different types here. Symbol picture writing, textual writing, wall writing, and drawing. So there's either drawing in the book or on the wall, or there is text in the book or on the wall. Drawing in the book requires you to throw holy water at it. Same with wall drawing. It requires you to throw holy water at it. So what you can do, instead of figuring this out, because it can sometimes, let's say you're in a huge map like the castle and you need to find the wall drawing or wall writing, it's extremely hard to find. So what you can instead do, if you have done everything else and you know that there's still something left because the ghost isn't gone, then you know you have writing. So you can throw your holy water at the ghost, see if it works. If it works, you know that you either have pictures in the book, or you have drawing on the wall. And if you've tried the book enough, you can just fill in wall drawing. You know it's somewhere. You could go around after the game is done and just try and find it then, or you could just fill in wall drawing. And if that doesn't work and you still have a ghost there, then you know it's either simple picture writing or textual writing, or textual writing or wall writing, which gives you this one. Both of those give you this one. Neutralize the summoning pentacle with a bottle of holy water. To do this, find it with the camera, and then make it visible with the flash of an instant cam. I also explained this during the video, but usually this thing is in the ghost room. You find it with the night vision or normal vision cam, You can take a photo of it for money, and then you can flash it with the instant cam, make it show up, then throw holy water at it. This one can be very difficult, especially on the larger maps where you have to go around the house. But yeah, sometimes this can be very useful. Let's say you weren't sure if it is EMF 5 or 4, then you can test by EMF 5 is neutrino gun, and EMF 4 is salt. You can always use these things. If you know it's EMF, you know it's either going to be salt or neutrino gun, so you could use this. You could use your knowledge of the evidences and their exorcisms to just try out the different exorcisms and just see and kind of like figure out what evidence it is based on that. Which the most useful way to do that is with the writing. That's what I've been using it for a lot. The rest is so easy to get, there really is no reason not to try. And one other thing that I forgot to mention, whoops, that's a debug overview, is the entity scanner. There's a trick with the entity scanner that you can do, which is actually really nice. So the entity scanner, as I said, if it's near the ghost, it will start ticking up to 100. However, let's say that the ghost is hunting and you can physically see it. You can then, let's say we have a demon, which we had in this round. I can have a crucifix here, which will force the ghost to be away from me. And then you can point it with your reticle, which is in the middle of your screen, at the ghost when it's physically there. And it will tick up like crazy. It will go up super fast, and you can fill in the scan like in moments. So if the ghost is hunting, you can actually use that time to quickly get the scan completed really quickly. So that's another trick. Anything else? I mean, you could also do EMF and like the error reading and other stuff during a hunt. It's very risky, of course, because if you have to get close to the ghost during a hunt, you might die. So yeah, they use that at your own risk, but that is still a great trick to use. So those were the two things: the fact that you can always use your exorcism equipment, and the little trick about the entity scanner that I forgot to mention. So yeah, let's go back now to the outro. So yeah, I hope that was very useful for you. If you are not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Because, yeah, I want to make sure that everyone knows what they're doing, or at least has a feeling that they can learn what they're doing. But, yeah, in any case, I'll see you in the next video. I love you guys. See you on stream. Do all the things on Twitch. Check the description for those links. But, yeah, I'll see you around, and thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye, guys.